When most people think about manifestation, they picture vision boards, affirmations, moon rituals, or maybe even elaborate crystal grids. And I'm not saying any of these things are bad, but here's the interesting part. People often go all in on those rituals while completely overlooking one of the most powerful manifestation tools that they already have. It's not expensive, it's not complicated, and you don't have to learn it from a guru. You've been doing it your entire life. Breathing. Now, the thing is, we all breathe automatically, so we assume it can't possibly be part of the problem. But the truth is, the way you breathe is constantly telling your body and your nervous system what kind of world you're living in. If your breathing is shallow, quick, or tense, your nervous system thinks, something's wrong, we're in danger. And when your system is in that stress state, it's not prioritizing creativity, opportunity, or growth. It's prioritizing survival. Here's where this connects to manifestation. You take about 20,000 breaths a day. That's 20,000 chances to tell your body, I'm safe, I'm open, I'm ready to receive. Or tell it, I'm under threat, I'm bracing for impact. If you're working on manifesting a goal, but you're breathing like you're being chased, your body will always side with safety over expansion. Physiologically, your autonomic nervous system has two main settings. The parasympathetic mode says, we're safe to go ahead and create, while the sympathetic mode says, everything's on fire, focus on survival. Most people today are stuck in that second mode because of constant stressors. Emails, notifications, caffeine spikes, news headlines, you name it. Shallow, rapid breathing feeds into that cycle. When you shift to slower, deeper, more intentional breathing, you flip a switch. You activate the vagus nerve, a key part of your relaxation response. Heart rate shows blood pressure steadies, inflammation reduces, and your brain moves resources back into the areas responsible for problem solving, intuition, and creative thinking. You stop broadcasting emergency and start broadcasting openness. And that shift alone can change how you perceive opportunities and how opportunities perceive you.
Exactly. And this is where intentional breathwork techniques come in. You don't need special equipment, you don't need to set aside huge blocks of time, and you don't need to have an experienced meditator with you. These methods work because they're simple and can be woven into your existing day. So let's start with box breathing. Inhale for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4. This isn't just a wellness trend, it's used by Navy SEALs before missions where staying calm is literally a matter of life or death. The equal counts help you sync your heart, mind and nervous system, bringing you back into balance quickly. And then there's the 4-7-8 breathing. Inhale for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8. That extended exhale sends a very clear safety signal to your nervous system. Dr. Andrew Weil popularised it for reducing anxiety and improving sleep. And it's one of the simplest ways to switch out of a stress response. Another powerful one is cyclic sighing. A big inhale through the nose, then a smaller top-up inhale, followed by a long sigh out of the mouth. Stanford research found it outperforms traditional mindfulness meditation for reducing stress. The double inhale fills your lungs fully and the long sigh releases physical and mental tension. You also have diaphragmatic breathing, where your belly, not your chest, expands with each inhale. It's the way we all breathed as children before stress retrained us how to keep our breath shallow. And if you want something that really balances your mind, try alternate nostril breathing. It's been shown to reduce cortisol and equalise activity between your brain's hemispheres. Even something as playful as lion's breath, a deep inhale, sticking your tongue out and exhaling with a ha sound, can release tension instantly while stimulating the vagus nerve. Yes, it feels silly, but it does work.
Now, here's the key. You can know all these techniques, but if they stay as something you should do rather than something you actually do, they won't change your state. The way to make them stick is attach them to things that you already do daily, a principle that's called habit stacking. For example, before you check your phone in the morning, do a round of box breathing. While you're sitting in traffic or waiting for the kettle to boil, try 4-7-8 breathing. If you're about to walk into a stressful meeting or have difficult conversations, take a minute for cyclic sighing. Here's why this matters so much for manifestation. Every time you breathe shallowly in a tense situation, you're unconsciously casting a vote for scarcity, fear, or resistance. Every time you breathe slowly and fully, you're casting a vote for safety, abundance, and openness. Over time, those votes add up. You're training your nervous system to spend more time in a receptive state, and that's the space where your best ideas, decisions, and actions happen. If you want to make it even easier, try the 3-breath reset. The first breath is to notice what's happening without judgment. The second is to release tension in your shoulders, jaw, and face. And the third is to remind yourself you're safe right now. It takes less than 20 seconds, but it can completely change your response to whatever's in front of you.
And that's the beauty of this. It's not about replacing your manifestation practices. It's about supercharging them. You can use breathwork before journaling, so you're writing from a genuine gratitude rather than going through the motions. Before visualizing, you can breathe into the feeling of already having your goal. So your body gets the message as clearly as your mind does. Before taking action, you can make sure it's coming from alignment rather than anxiety. Children are a perfect example of this. Watch them play. They breathe fully, naturally, without even thinking about it. They create effortlessly because they're not holding their breath in anticipation of something going wrong. That state is still within you. Breathwork just helps you return to it. So the next time you're feeling stuck, instead of trying to force a visualization or repeat an affirmation, pause and breathe. A deep, slow, intentional breath can be your fastest way to get yourself into the state that attracts what you've been aiming for. You've been breathing your whole life. Now you just get to start doing it consciously.
If today's talk gave you something useful to work with, you might want to stick around for more. We share practical, grounded ways to bring manifestation into your everyday life without overcomplicating it. So go ahead and like this video, share it with someone who could use a reset, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Your next breath could be the start of something big. So until next time, think differently, dream boldly, and create consciously.
I'm a quiet rebel, I don't need a shower.